Hi, I'm Taimour Zaman from lineofcredit.ai, and this conversation is on the best practices in raising capital for a Goldmine project. For the past few years, I've had the privilege of being an investor. In many cases, we are the bank. In some cases, depending on the amount of capital that we need to provide, we become an intermediary to one of the financial institutions that we work with. We've done lots of projects and at the seed level in Series A or Series B. We love the commodity industry. I have done really well, specifically in the oil business, and we've engaged in billion-dollar transactions on Goldmine projects. I've seen a lot of gold projects as well, and I specifically wanted to have a conversation from a lender's perspective, not from the borrower's perspective, to provide some insights. My intention by sharing the insights from a lender's perspective is for you to copy and steal these ideas and the insights, and feel free to go to any of our competitors. And I hope you also consider lineofcredit.ai as well to present your opportunities, your business case, for us to have an opportunity of funding it. So this is insights that, or best practices that comes from a lender's perspective that I want to share with you. If you have all this information ready to go on day one, I think it speeds the time you meet a lender who's qualified and can give you billions of dollars for multiple gold mines, as well as the opportunity of closing quickly. So I want to talk about business plans. From a lender's perspective, we see hundreds of business plans per week. What you want to do, and then I'm specifically talking about the Goldmine industry, you want to look at being very clear on your story. You want to have a business plan that covers all the basics. Revenues, how many employees there are, what's the business model, profits, projected profits. If you want to acquire one, when is the projected profit setup? However, where you may want to consider thinking about your story and how could you create a unique story is maybe you want to think about what's different about your business. So perhaps, and this is just a perhaps for example, I know that employee safety is a massive issue when it comes to running a gold mine. The health and safety of your employees is key. So perhaps one way you want to differentiate your story is to talk about why you do safety better than any of your competitors do, as just an example. So you want to really stand out in your story capabilities. Now I'll tell you what this compares to. A lot of senior executives who've been in the Goldmine industry for 40 years, what I see them doing consistently is everybody downloads a fancy looking template off the internet and fills up a fancy looking template off the internet. And I appreciate the fancy looking of a template, but there's no substance, there's no real content behind that template. And so you want to think through that instead of trying to fill up the blank template. From my experience of seeing hundreds and hundreds of business plans, and from the years of experience that we have in the commodity industry, in the oil and gas, and the gold mine business. Second thing that I'd like to invite you to do is really consider the valuations when it comes to getting valuations done on the gold mine. Whether it's a gold mine you want to acquire, a gold mine you have, and you want to get a line of credit against it like that, really pay the money for authority to write the valuations versus some senior consultant that you have a relationship with and the guy's giving you a deal. So that's super important. Having your N143 101 reports as part of your business plan, I think is important. It just gives us all the information we need to move your file quickly versus submitting it at a day at a time. Having a intention for the funds. So if you're going to invest $3 billion, as I'm using $3 billion as example, into your organization, it's really important for you to tell us where's that money going to go, how is it you're going to spend it, like that. So having that intention is really clear. You want to have your SKR deposit reports. I think that's just standard. You want to make sure your assets are free and clear of any liens, and if not, you want to be upfront about it rather than allowing us to find out about it. You want to have color copies of your owner's passport. This sounds so silly. Oftentimes we get faxed in or email files and the passport IDs are black and white, and it's hard to even read it. It feels like that passport picture is being copied 50 times. I would actually invest the money with Kinko's or Staples or whoever else and spend the money to present a business case with color copies that people can actually read the name of, the owner or owners, multiple owners, and who these people are counting. If you have funds, like let's say, I don't know, $10 million in a bank account, you want to have proof of funds, proof of assets. Having that as part of your business plan, once again, it's important. It allows us to have look underneath the hood and get all the information we need versus being left with frustration. You have copies of insurance, that's super important, and then you want to be able to show us when your reports will be actualized. My name is Taimour Zaman from Live Credit AI. There are 5 big reasons why people choose us. I'll tell you the biggest one for me, specifically in the gold sector, is we can simply do 2 times to 10 times more than what financial institutions do. And it's one of the biggest reasons why people choose us. If we can help participate and fund in some of your Goldmine projects or some of your clients' Goldmine projects, we'd love to do that. And please feel free to give us a call. Thank you.
So one of the questions I'm constantly asked is, how can your company help me out? And the answer is in 3 ways. One is get a copy of our book, Hypergrowth, How to Connect to Customers and Investors in New Ways. You will discover how exponential companies are thinking differently, questions they're asking differently, mindset exercises that we've put into the book, fantastic case studies, and also how to pitch to investors. The second way that we could help you out is part of our service. We can work with you, our team can work with you to look at your investment deck to help tweak it for your business, how to pitch investors, VCs correctly, how do you tell a story that's engaging and really stands out, how to cut through the noise like that. And so if you're interested in that kind of a service, feel free to book a call with us. And then the third way, which is our most, I would say the premium product in our organization, is our multiplier product, where if you're looking for a line of credit, what we do is we take capital that you've already secured, we leverage that capital with multiple financial institutions with our reputations on the line, and then we take that $2 million, we go to a US bank as an example, we get a line of credit for $8 million on that. We take that $8 million through a proprietary process we have into Canada. We get another line of credit on top of that for, let's say, $16 million. That's how we multiply available cash experienced investor that has an entrepreneurial project has kind of thing. So if that resonates for you, again, please feel free to book an appointment with us, and our team would be delighted to look at your case and look at how we can help you get capital quickly.